So today what I want to talk to you about is how to change a limiting belief. Oh my God, it is so powerful to shift this kind of thing. It's so much of a game changer. And the truth is, I wish I would have known this way back when, 6 years ago, when I first started my business, because it would have really helped me in accelerating my progress. And instead of feeling super held back a lot of the time, it would have just allowed me to just take more action, to really speed things up in my business and be able to achieve my goals, obviously just more quickly, right? So that's what I want to share with you today, is how to change one of your limiting beliefs. And then you can do this as many times as you want with as many limiting beliefs as you want, right? Because the truth is, there's always a new limiting belief that can pop up over time. We're human. It's completely normal to have that. But it's so powerful when you actually know that you have the ability to change your mindset, to change what you think about yourself, to change your self-image, to change what it is that you believe about business, what it is that you believe about yourself, what it is that you believe about money or sales or your ability to succeed and hit your goal. When you realize that you actually have control over changing your beliefs, I mean, it really is a game changer, and it can just really help you accelerate your results, as simple as that. So I personally know quite a few ways that you can change a limiting belief, but today I'm just gonna go with one of the simplest ways. And this is something that I've used so many times myself over the years, and I've also helped my clients use this tool. So I really recommend, doing this as much as possible, because it's gonna change the game for you. So what you wanna do is you wanna grab a piece of paper and take out a pen and write down the most limiting belief that you hold about yourself. So maybe it's the belief that you're not smart enough to grow your business. Or maybe the limiting belief is that you're not disciplined enough to achieve your goal. Or it could be something else, right? Write down the limiting belief that you have about yourself. The second thing I want you to do is write down the opposite of that limiting belief. So if your limiting belief is, I'm not smart enough to achieve my goal, I want you to write down, I am smart enough to achieve my goal. If your limiting belief is, I'm not disciplined enough to hit my business goal, I want you to write down, I am disciplined enough to reach my goal. I know that sounds really simple, but that's all I want you to do for now. So the second thing is just write down the opposite, or as close to the opposite as you can think of that belief right below it. Now, the third thing I want you to do is find one piece of evidence of how this new opposite belief is in fact true. Now, you might find that at first when you do this exercise, nothing shows up, right? And that's because of confirmation bias. For so many years, your brain has been looking and favoring and interpreting information to prove to yourself that your beliefs are in fact true for you. So it's completely normal if you come up blank, when you first do this, but you'll find that, like with anything, with enough practice and by continually coming back to it through repetition, it's gonna get easier and easier, and you're gonna get better and better at this, right? So the first thing is to write down your limiting belief. The second thing is to write down the opposite of that belief. And then the third thing is to write down one piece of evidence or proof that this new opposite belief is in fact true for you. And you can do this by just looking back at your past. You can look back over the last few years. You can look back at a time in high school. You can look back at, a previous business that you ran, or another job that you had, or, in any area of your life where this has been true for you, right? And the reason that we want to do this is we want to start building references and evidence for this new belief of yours, right? Because the more evidence, the more proof, the more references you hold about this new idea, about this new belief that you are in fact smart enough, or that you are in fact disciplined enough, or that you are capable of achieving your goal, if we can continue to find new evidence and new references that prove that it's true, your brain is going to start believing that it's true. Because remember, a belief, as much as a belief can feel so real and it can almost feel factual, right? Like that's the thing about beliefs. They can feel so freaking certain and so true. But all a belief is it's just a thought. It's a thought that you hold a lot of certainty to. So, or another way of looking at a belief is that it's an opinion, it's an idea that you hold, right? So we can change opinions, we can change our ideas, we can change our beliefs about ourselves. We don't have to hold on to every belief that we have from when we were like 3 or 4 years old. We can change our beliefs to really make sure that we're empowering ourselves and to really allow us to move more quickly towards the goals that we have in life and in our business in particular, right? So that's what I want you to do. And then the final step number 4, is basically repeating this new opposite belief of yours daily. And I'd even recommend doing it 3 or 4 times a day. And you can use an alarm clock on your phone, or you can use like Post-its on your mirror, or like on your nightstand, or on the table that you work at, or whatever it is, so that you're constantly being reminded to repeat this new belief of yours. And then on top of that, I want you every single day to look for one new piece of evidence of how this new opposite belief is in fact true for you. So that's as simple as it gets, right? It's not hard to do, it's not complex to do, but it does require you to actually do it, right? It does require you to execute, like all things, right? And it's gonna get easier and easier, and it's gonna get more and more automated. And what you'll find is that literally within a few weeks, you will start believing this new belief. And I know that might sound crazy to you because maybe for decades or years, you've been believing that you're not good enough, or you've been believing that you're not clever enough, right? And so it seems kind of insane that you could actually completely change what it is that you believe about yourself. But the truth of the matter is, it's possible, it's doable. I've done this with so many of my own beliefs over the years, and I've helped my clients do this as well for them. And it always works. But all it requires is you to actually do it. So starting today, I want you to start repeating this new belief of yours. So maybe it's, I am smart enough to achieve my goal. Every day I want you to repeat that, 3 or 4 times a day. And finally, what I want you to do is find one piece of evidence every day that supports that new belief. And it might take you a little time in the beginning to really come up with a piece of evidence. You might come up with one straight away, or it might take a little while. But you'll find that the more repetition, right, like we said earlier, the more you do this, the easier it's gonna get. And it's gonna be amazing how quickly you start shifting, your idea about how smart you are. It's crazy how this works, but it's so powerful. And the amazing thing as well is over time, what's gonna happen is your reticular activating system is going to start looking for other pieces of information and proof and events and past experiences that prove to you that this new, powerful, positive belief is in fact true for you, because that's what the RAS does. It's constantly looking for information to prove to us whatever it is that we're looking for, whatever it is that we're focusing on. So the more you focus on this new belief, the more you repeat it, the more you search for evidence around it, the more your RAS is gonna start looking for proof as well. And it's gonna look for events and situations and people and experiences that prove to you that it's true. So I can't wait for you to actually use this, because I've used it and it works and it's amazing. And you'll be amazed at how much it changes everything else in your business and life as a result of shifting just one belief. And then you can do this as many times as you like with as many of your limiting beliefs as you like. So good luck, enjoy it, and let me know in the comments if you have any particular questions or if you need any help around the new opposite belief.